Well, I want to tell you something. 2006. I remember the population being 9 point. It was like almost 9.5 billion people, maybe. Yeah, about 9.5 billion people. 2006 that I remember. You know, for me, it's kind of weird that I feel like I was in like 2012. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain this. It's like everybody talks about the Mandela effect, you and for me, it's kind of weird because I feel like I am in an alternate universe or alternate Earth. You know, I feel like I'm in an alternate Earth in some kind of way because some things have, I feel like there's some things that's changed. George Carlin made. I don't remember some of the videos that George Carlin made. You know, like personal videos. I don't remember those. You know, and then there's certain songs that I remember, certain videos that I remember. Especially with Queensryche. Going to Get Close to You song because I remember there used to be a video for it. Now it's like I can't find the video. I can't find the fucking video for that song, Going to Get Close to You. And I found the original. It was a female singer who made that song. And then, food, it's like Chick-fil-A has a K. I remember the C, you know? But I don't know. But I do remember 9.5 million people on this planet, 9.5 billion people. And it was growing during that time. We're supposed to hit like 10 billion people, by the year, I think now should be now by this time we should be at 10 billion people. But one thing is weird about it, I didn't even notice anything. I didn't notice the changes or nothing because the changes are so small, Yeah. All of a sudden we're now at 7.5 billion people, and I looked at and I thought about this. How in the hell we were going? Our population was growing at 9.5 billion people, and then all of a sudden now it's down to 7.5 billion people, and that kind of still gets me sometimes, And this guy I found on YouTube named Rudolph the White Alien, and I said, "What happened? There used to be 9.5 billion people. What happened to 2.5, 2 billion people?" And Rudolph gives me an answer saying, "Oh, you all the fast food chains are using them as meat." That's what he says. It's like all the fast food chains are using human beings as meat, in his perspective. But it's like it's funny when we sleep. When we sleep, that's when human beings are the weakest. Is when we sleep. You know, it's like a rotation. you know, of people sleeping during the time, every rotation that we do. It's like, that's when human beings are so vulnerable, is when we sleep. You know? It's strange. You know, am I in an alternate Earth? You know, I always ask that question to myself all the time. You know, because I found out that 2012 they had a nuclear war happening. You know, what I know, I'm kind of like a, I don't know, what do you call those people that always analyze different people? That's what I do. I don't take, I take normal people, regular everyday people, and I compare notes to every single person on, you know, everything, and then I kind of it's what they do in the computers, how to predict the future and all that shit, you know, because the computer can predict. It's like I forgot what it's called. I kind of like analyze in my own way on how to figure out how people function, because I have this saying, I like observing people because they function like a, you know, it's funny how people work, you know, as a group, or as a herd. Like I always tell you, people are like herds, and they like to do the same. It's like when they see a trend, they all catch it like a dominoes effect, you know. Businesses use it too all the time to study how you. Businesses use it a lot to study how what you spend and everything. But for me, I use it differently. You know, I use it way differently. I find a whole bunch of people, and I compare notes on each one of them, and then I see which, and that's how I figure on how humanity works. You know, religion's pretty easy. Religion is way easy to figure out how people is. You know, how they work. I forgot what it's called. It'll hit me soon, but it's like I do that. It's like, and then I'm assuming, you know, 2012, there was a shift during that time. You know, there's a shift in consciousness, I think, during that time. And I feel like I shifted in the same, I'm still here as the same person I was. Maybe my body, I don't know. Or my consciousness shifted here in this reality. Because I remember from the first Earth that I was in, you know, I feel like I'm in an alternate reality. This is the alternate reality, but it's the same. You know, it's still the same, but it's changed in a minor way. It's not a big change, you know, not a noticeable change. But I remember 9.5 billion people that was on this planet. It was going to grow up to, like, I think it was 2013. It was supposed to go, yeah, I think it was supposed to be like 10 billion people. But then, you know, it's 7.5 billion people, which has got me right now. It's like, how in the fuck is there 7.5 billion people on this fucking planet, you know? How in the fuck? There are 7.5 billion people. You know, it went from 9 to 7.5 billion people. 2012 to, I think, in 5 years. I don't know. Well, it could be less than that. A year, 4 years, 3 years. Less than 3 years. Where did 2 billion people missing in 3 years? You know? You know, it just sticks with me all the time, thinking about that. It's weird. Here I am, from the original, the Earth that I was in. I guess 2 Earths going on at the same time, multiple universes, you know. And 2012 was a shift of consciousness to this Earth that I'm in now. You think that's crazy? You think that's fucking crazy? It's like I feel like I am. This Earth is. That's what I don't know. This Earth is. It's strange. It's the same, but it's not. You know, for me, it's weird. It's the same, but it's not. You know, the wording's a little different here, a little bit. You know, not a big deal. But small things make a whole lot of difference between parallel universes, you know? Parallel universes, each universe, or each alternate Earth, alternate realities, actually, can go on at the same time, you know? You could have a 1,000 Earths at the same time, but each Earth has a different, different alternate reality. I mean, each me in each reality is completely different have a completely different reality. You know, it's like you wonder about time. You know, in time, I took time. I see myself not believing in time because time really doesn't exist in this reality, or all realities, because there is no such thing as time, to be honest, you know? That's how I see things. It's like time, I mean, I see time in this reality, but really, it doesn't exist. You know, therefore, if it doesn't exist, then I shouldn't be aging at all, because why should I believe that time exists, you know? And each reality each reality doesn't have time at all. You know, only the dumbasses believe in time, because time is to me, I look at time as a prison, you know, because we always think of time all the time. You always think of time all the time because we believe, to me, time is a prison within this reality, you know? Having days, time, you know? So why should I believe that time should exist? And there's so many different alternate realities. I bet the metaphysical reality is the same as this physical reality. Because I think the metaphysical reality, there is no time. And this reality should be the same as the metaphysical reality, that shouldn't be no time at all. Yeah, time is a prison, you know? And I feel like I'm in an alternate universe. alternate reality, Earth reality of 7.5 million people. And my head believes by now we should be over 11 billion people. You know? So where did the 2 billion people go? I found a guy who said that. So where did the 2 billion people go? You know, what happened to them? It's like, how did I get here? Question is, how did I get here? I guess being a Source family member created me to come here. Or I was meant to come here. Maybe I'm supposed to go to different other alternate Earths or something, you know? Yeah. What is time? You know, what is reality? Where did 2 billion people go? You know, sleeping is a human weakness. You know, sleeping is the human vulnerability. Yep. Have a nice day.